Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Tuesday. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one of you. What an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class. That is the digital asset space. Bitcoin's around $62,000. I snatched up some this morning for sure. The market again is doing what it does. It looks like Ethereum is still around $2,600 or so. And Solana's around $50 or so, might be down to 145 or something like that. And, you know, XRP is probably 57, 58 cents. You know, market just doing what it does. Interesting stuff. So, in case you guys don't know, I did a couple of live streams on the FLR Networks economy. And I brought Steve, the real estate guy, on to the channel, just kind of impromptu invite. And he shared some really good 1, 2, 3s for the FLR network economy ecosystem. Highly recommend you guys check those videos out. Huge. I think the thumbnail says something about the FLR network economy is redefining crypto. Something along those lines is what I did. Definitely want to check that out. I did invite him onto the live stream. He has a really good overview, or what I want to say, a very good working knowledge of the FLR Network's DApps. Like, he knows a lot about the subtle nuances in the ecosystem. And it got me to thinking about this, and I wanted to cover this before I forget. I thought about this when I was leaving the house this morning, or preparing to leave to do this video. Is that the altcoins, would you or would you not agree, and let me know in the comments, would you or would you not agree that the vast majority of the altcoins have about the same opportunity for multiple X's? And so they have the same opportunity for a 10X or 20X or 30X or 40 or 50 or 100X. The vast majority of them, you know, they kind of have the same opportunity. Now, one could argue that maybe the low caps have a better opportunity for 50, 60, 70, 100X. But for the most part, they all have about the same opportunity for a 20X or a 30X or 40X. I mean, it's about the same opportunity, right? So I was thinking about this. So what's the difference? The difference to me is which one of those altcoins have an economy, a flywheel that produces, that the more you participate in it, the more you earn. You understand? Like, for me, what FLR has going on currently, it's a very nice economy, a flywheel to it. Think about it. When you own FLR, when you wrap and delegate this FLR, you're going to get the delegation rewards for the FLR. You can also take that same wrap of FLR and go over to SparkDex, for example, swap it into SFLR, which is Scepter FLR, and you're going to earn additional rewards from Scepter. Okay? But that same wrapped FLR, in addition to the delegation, also makes you eligible for the FLR drops that are happening every single month. So think about that for a second. It's the same one token, which is also in the pool of altcoins that can get the 20 and the 30 and the 40 and the 50X. So you got FLR. You wrap it and you delegate it. You're now eligible for these delegation rewards in addition to the FLR drops. You can take that same FLR, you can get on SparkDex and you can swap it to SFLR and then get the rewards from what Scepter has going on, for because it's a liquid staking, right? So there's additional earnings, 44%, I think it is, APY on that. And then if you want to, you can go over to Kinetics and put the Scepter FLR to work and you can deposit it and just lend it. You don't even have to borrow against it and get more rewards on the same FLR, on the same FLR tokens, on the same token. Like, some smart person is going to figure out, like, what is the multiple opportunities there. Someone's going to put a chart and a graph and a freaking what is that stuff, Google something and track this. I'm sure that's phenomenal. And again, if you own, I'm just pick something out. If you own an RWA token, which I earn, for example, I own Polytrade, I own Undo Finance. They don't have that. I'm just saying this is an example. You pick an AI token. I don't know. I don't pick Render, pick BitTensor. I'm just saying. Do they have that kind of flywheel, that economy? And I didn't even mention the emissions. I just mentioned the flare drops. The emission, and the reason why I don't the reason why I didn't mention the emissions is because that's a liquidity incentive event that is going to eventually end. I mean, flare drops are going to end as well, but this opportunity to compound $100 of FLR or $1,000 of FLR or $10,000 of FLR is phenomenal, especially for the time frame given. So January 2026, the flare drops a toast, right? Done. So you got, that means all of 2024 and all of 2025. You understand? I'm not getting that. I love Undo. It's been a great win for me. Undo, RWA play, but I'm not getting that on Undo. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's just an economy that makes your $100, your $1,000 much more capital efficient. In other words, just earnings on earnings. And possibilities to possibilities. Do you understand what I'm saying? And what's going to happen with the FXRP and its ability? What's going to happen there? It's going to be interesting to see. It really, really is. But I just kind of wanted to point that out and bring that out. Tell me what you think. Does that kind of thinking make sense? That if you own Undo, awesome, same opportunity for a 10x or 20x as FLR, sure. But tell me about the economy. Now, I'm not telling people to go sell their Undo. I'm not saying that. I'm wanting you to think a little bit. Ponder. What do you think? Am I right about that? $100 in Undo is $100 in Undo. $100 in FLR is $100 in FLR. But now you can go take that $100 and wrap it and delegate it and earn delegation rewards. And since you wrapped it, you now are eligible for the flare drops on top of the $100. Do you understand what I'm saying? Wrap and delegate makes you now eligible for flare drops and delegation rewards on that same $100. You can take that same $100 and swap it on SparkDex into Scepter FLR, and now that $100 is now eligible for the 44% or so APY. It goes up and down from it being now Scepter FLR. You understand that potential month over month of the month on that same $100? And since you use SparkDex, okay, you're eligible for the emissions that SparkDex might be getting. because it's part of the liquidity incentive event. Do you understand? And then you could take that same SFLR that you swap to on SparkDex, and you can go to Kinetic Markets and you can just lend it. You can just say here, and they're going to pay you a certain little percentage, APR, APY, on that there. Do you understand the possibilities on the same $100 of FLR? It's pretty phenomenal. It's pretty phenomenal. And again, I'm just generalizing, but again, the altcoins all have about the same potential. I know that the higher market caps like XRP and Ethereum and Bitcoin aren't going to get the same multiples. I get it. But I'm talking about tokens that are in the same kind of market cap as FLR. They don't come with this economy around it. And when the FSs get going and get live, there's going to be more utility opportunities for FLR. And I get it. Flare drops is ending in January 2026. Do you have 16 months of earning potentials to take advantage of? What month are we on here? We're in September. So you got September, you got October, you got November and December. That's about 4 months. Then another 12 months of all of 2025. That's 16 or 17 months of capital efficiency opportunity. Which is great, because 2026 is kind of when we're going to be getting into the bear market stuff. And, that's awesome. And then F assets start churning out. It just give me more opportunity for the FLR. So many possibilities, so many opportunities to increase the efficiency of your capital. Just kind of awesome, I think. It's just kind of freaking awesome. I was just thinking about it. It's kind of awesome. But anyway, just wanted to share that my little 2 cents there. Tell me what you think in the comments about that. But boy, oh boy, is that a nice, efficient way to take advantage of FLR. Mickey B. Fresh put this out here. I wanted to share this about the XRPL DEX. Our vision for the XRPL Super DEX is ambitious yet straightforward. To establish it as the go-to liquidity hub in the crypto universe. This is obviously Ripple X's plan. Whether you're in the market to acquire a game skin on Polygon or delve into yield farming on Solana. Think about that. That requires a measure of interoperability. Polygon is essentially a side chain. It's now Polygon ZK EVM to Ethereum. And then Solana is another layer 1. Into yield farming on Solana. Token swapping becomes a necessity at some point. When that moment comes, listen to this, fam. The XRPL will offer the fastest, most economical, and liquid solution for your trading needs. Most people I just did some trades on an AMM 0.19% slippage. 0.19. I just did it. Let me just get it done. But what if it's 0.01, 0.02? You understand? I did a swap, and I kid you not, I went from Tether to Bitcoin. It cost $1.20 for a $200 purchase. You understand? this is going to be absolutely, the XRPL AMM is going to be absolutely massive for market makers and institutions. It's going to be, that stuff's going to cost pennies. And that's going to matter to those who it matters most. So these institutions and stuff, it's going to be game changing. And we're going to be able to leverage that and take advantage of that by being liquidity providers. I mean, it's going to be game changing in a lot of ways. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see this XRPL economy, what they're going to be able to build. It's going to be pretty phenomenal. Mickey B. Fresh shared that in this video. The video was about a month or so ago, but I did want to share that. Crypto Eddie has she did a what did she do? She first of all, she reached out to through some contact to some market makers. I thought that was interesting. But it is this sense that the market makers are open to using the XRPL, right? She said, excellent academic paper updated and made available on RA or RXIV on June 10th. It's talking about the automated market maker on the XRPL ledger. And this is awesome. They kind of go through some stuff. But the thing that I wanted to highlight here says, however, if the XRPL AMM grows and attracts significant liquidity, it could become a highly efficient and attractive option for market makers to broaden their active market making strategies because it has some standout features. This is David Schwartz's vision. This is what I talk about when people begin to recognize and understand the prowess of the XRPL AMM and the AMM, right? And this paper, looked into it as well, which I thought was unique. Unlike most AMMs that operate as smart contracts on top of the blockchains like Ethereum, the XRPL AMM is integrated directly at the protocol level. We all understand this. This integration offers faster transaction processing, lower fees, and more seamless interaction with the broader XRPL ecosystem, allowing market makers to operate more efficiently. And just, you got to get this. This is a dream come true for these market makers. The continuous auction mechanism, the CMM feature, allows liquidity providers to bid for a 0% trading fee slot, which can attract arbiters to the platform. Market makers can capitalize on this by participating in the auction or by engaging in arbitrage themselves. And this benefits us as liquidity providers, thus enhancing their profitability. So you got to understand that. As a retail person, being an LP is going to be a pretty cool thing. And again, you don't have to do 100% of your XRP, right? You can do 1%, you can do 2%, you can do 3%. For those of you who love to, choke hold your cold wallet with your XRP on it, right? 1%, 2%, 3% of your XRP. The XRPL's AMM design, including its price synchronization and lower slippage, can reduce the risk of impermanent loss, a common issue in AMMs. By mitigating this risk, market makers can allocate capital more confidently, knowing that the liquidity provision is less likely to result in losses from price diversion. And again, this is not coming from RippleX or whatever. This is a research group who did this paper. Again, when the word gets out about the prowess of the XRPL and the AMM and its native features, I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be a game changer for retail, for institutions, for market makers. But the word has to get out. And the best word, the best form of advertising is what? It's word of mouth. That's you and I talking about it, sharing our experiences, how we love it. This gets out to the builder, the developer and builder community. You understand? That's how we make it happen, man. That's how we make it happen. All right, guys, look. This wraps up your XRP Ripple drive time news. I hope it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you've been hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seeds and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we got about 50% of people or so that are doing that. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can just hit that subscribe button right now. We're trying to get that down to about 25% or so. We definitely would appreciate that. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this video like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.